The small wins that you have, waking up in the morning, making your kids lunch, getting your wife her coffee, going to work out. Those little wins that you get every single day, like they're just a game changer, man.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardwood Rod podcast, where we talk about your craft and the culture. This week, I'm excited. We're going to be diving into men's muscle building. Specifically, we're going to be talking with Sergio Ayala, who is an online fitness coach. And we're going to be, on this episode, we're going to be talking on getting your journey started, right? So, what's the first step to take when you're, getting started, whether it be building strength or, you're trying to maximize, your body and trying to get the right bang for your buck. What's the right method? What's the wrong method? We're going to be talking trainer versus therapist. What exactly does that mean? We're going to be talking the program that I'm currently on. And we're going to be talking all things men's muscle building. But, for the ladies, you guys definitely want to tune in. There's a lot of golden nuggets in this episode that will benefit you. And so let's get started live from Studio 39. Let's go. All right, guys, we are live here, but we're going to kind of dive in with Sergio Ayala today. And like I said, we're going to dive into a deep, in-depth series on men's muscle building.
Let's go.
So what's up, Sergio? What's going down, man?
What up, man? Happy Friday. Thank you, Rodrigo, for having me on the podcast. I really, really appreciate you, man. I see you doing big things, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, man, you know how it is, dude. So we had you on the podcast like maybe season 2, I believe, back in a couple last year or a couple years ago.
It was during COVID, man. Shit was trash. The audio was trash because it was on the Zoom, right?
Oh yeah, we were doing the Zoom ones, but from that time, it was crazy times. But I don't want to kind of talk too much with the C word, but we're gonna focus a lot on kind of the health and aspect, especially when it comes to, building strength, right?
Yeah.
Being on as far as on a game plan, as far as how to get yourself, not just, in shape and cut, but we're talking about like what happens behind the scenes, right? Nutrition, right? Your mental aspect as well. So, a lot of things happen behind the scenes, right? Once you leave and before you enter the gym. So we're going to kind of take this as a phase process. So, let's talk about a little bit about Sergio, in his background. So you have your online program, right? Men's Muscle Building Method. So talk to us a little bit about that and how and why and, how you got started with that.
For sure, man. For sure. Like I said, thank you, Rodrigo. So you are right about, the men's muscle building method. It's basically to bring men to their higher calling, their higher power, be able to be the best version of themselves. So that way they can ooze that energy into their inner circles, right? To their sons, their daughters, their wives, just basically be the best version of yourself. That's why I created the men's muscle building method because, a lot of people that don't know who I am, Sergio Ayala, 35 years young.
35,
baby. That's the big 35.
The pre-40.
Yeah, and age. Honestly, age is really a number. I know it sounds cliche, but it's just a number. The older that you get, the more experiences that you go through, and then you kind of realize that, hey, the world's not that scary.
Right.
Like it's scary because I don't know what to do. But if I actually try it, make a mistake, adjust, adapt, keep moving forward, don't give up. I know I'm not going to give up. I know you're not going to give up, right? Like it's those type of people that basically get ahead.
Right. Yeah. So when you got started with the program, what made you kind of like launch yourself into like, okay, I got to go this, full throttle, right? Because, a lot of the times where it's like the number one excuse is, and you could tell me firsthand that your clients, what's the number one excuse that clients tell you all the time?
I don't have time.
Well, that's the number one excuse.
I don't have time. But then I see you posted all day on Sunday, fucking posting football games, right? And that you don't have time. Please, man, miss me with that weak stuff.
So let's talk about that, right? So when you get clients, right, and we're gonna break it down to when they first come knocking at the door, right? What's the like the issue that for them, as far as, and we're talking about men here. So when they come knocking at the door, what do they come and like they tell you like, hey, help me out with this, or what's their weakness or the problems as far as trying to get to the level they want to get at?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, the clientele that I work with is men who struggle to build muscle. And to be honest, all men struggle to build muscle, right? But it's my certain people that I cater to is skinny men, either an ectomorph, someone that really struggles to put on weight, gain weight, put on muscle, keep muscle. That's basically my clients. And the number one excuse or the number one thing that I see is blocking them in their way from even just achieving it, putting on muscle, living a better lifestyle is their belief in them, right? So like when you have a defect, I believe that like when you have a defect in yourself and you're like insecure about it, you tend to like shy away from it or like be kind of closed off because you're insecure about being skinny, right? Like as a man, you don't want to be called skinny. I was called skinny by one of my very first girlfriends when I was 18, right? She called me skinny. She was like, "Hey babe, you're real skinny because I can put my whole hand and lock it around you," right? We were chilling like on the stairs and doing the lovey-dovey stuff, and she was holding me from the back, and she said that. So I laughed it off, but deep down inside as a man, like that shit gets to you because you don't want to be seen as a skinny dude as a man, like you hear man, you think muscles, strong, a leader, So like when she told me that, that was like the first time that I actually was like, fuck, I need to do something. I need to do something with. I can't be seen as skinny to her,
Yeah.
And then that's where the journey started. But it's really like I said, my clients when they come to me is just believing in themselves, and I know that's easier said than done, but my clients know what to do. You know what to do. Everyone knows what to do, right? Like they know that if you eat less, you move a little bit more, you drink some water, you're gonna lose some pounds, right? If you want to build muscle, be in a caloric surplus, move a little bit more, get a strength training program, recover more. People know what to do. You can go on Google and fucking Google it, right? But the thing that stops them 99% of the time, unless they're a rare occasion, is or a rare breed, is believing in themselves that they can do it. Like they're so scared. They're so scared to make a first attempt because they don't want people to laugh at them. They don't want people to talk shit on them. But everyone starts somewhere. Everybody does.
Right. Yeah, and that's the I think we all have to have the motivate. Like what motivates you, right? Like at the end of the day, right? What's gonna get you to that level? So, first off, right? Starting off your journey, you pretty much have to commit yourself, right? You have to
100%.
And like Kobe says, you got to sign a contract with yourself,
right?
Right? Like if commit yourself, hey, okay, this week I'm gonna go do this, right? I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out at home or whatever, right? Get yourself a buddy, a friend, whatever, right? The first week, right? But it's those steps, right? You got to take the steps, right? Mm-hmm. The first step and the second step and the third step. Once you're entrenched in, like, you're committing yourself and you say, okay, I'm doing this. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like you're in this 3-month process, and you're like, okay, you're addicted to it. And
Amen.
At least that's for me, right? Like you're into it, and like now, like you're on your rest days, you're like, damn, you're itching to even like
I need to do something.
Get active, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's key number one is like they have to find something, right, that's gonna anchor them and hold them, like, and then like, all right, this is the way, and you're gonna go that way, and boom, like, don't let go of the rope, man, because if you let go of the rope, then you're gonna have to start from the bottom again. So going back to your clients, so once kind of they start that journey with you, right, the next phase, or as far as them continuing that path, right, is continue that momentum, right? Like staying on track, right? Yeah. What, like, as far as getting on the game plan, I feel like that's you have to lock that in, right? First thing for like all right, this is the game plan and the blueprint, right?
Yeah.
So talk to us a little bit about how you set your clients up when you're getting them right and tracked, and all right, they're in the thick of it.
Okay. So the important part is the onboarding process, right? Like when I finally bring the client onto my coaching program, they committed that they trusted me. So I off the bat tell them like, hey, I'm your coach. I'm your coach here. That you gave me the permission to coach you, right? It's up to you if you're going to be coachable or not. But my job that you hired me for is to coach you, right? So if you're fucking up, if you're doing something wrong, if you're not following on track, I'll be glad to take your money. But that's not the type of person I am, because I know that the person you become to achieve this goal is way worth more than what you're paying me, right? So if you're not trusting the process, if you're not letting me coach you, if you're just thinking that you're gonna come in and like do what you want, check in what you want, eat what you want, and then think that the results are gonna come like that, it's not gonna work like that, and it's gonna show in the weekly check-ins,
right?
You know, so for sure the most important part is the onboarding process, letting them know that, hey, I figured out not the secret, but I figured out the blueprint, right? And I'm able to pronounce it to you. And it's just building that trust. Like, hey, maybe you got scammed before with other people that said they were going to get you in shape. Or maybe you heard a recipe from your aunt and uncle and cousin that didn't let you lose weight. Like, I get all that. Everyone has a fear of getting scammed and wasting more time. But it's like, when you come to the right coach who is maybe leading by example, right? Like if you, whoever follows me, they see that it's not just a fad. It's not that I'm trying to do something for 3 months, 6 months, a year. Like, this is a lifestyle now. Like, the same way I wake up and I brush my teeth, I tell them, same way you wake up and you brush your teeth is the same way that you should see fitness incorporated in your life.
Exactly, man.
You know?
It's and speaking for myself, I've been working out since I was a teenager, right? I remember back then it was Bally's, and like I was like, I had no clue what the hell, right? I was like, I think I was just a senior in high school or around there, no clue what I was doing, right? And then you get there and there's a trainer, and then he all right, do this, do that, and you don't know why, you're just doing it, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sore. Okay, I did something, I'm sore. You know, and then like along that process, you know, you do things and you learn things, you know, and you come to realize is that there's not one thing that fits all, right? There's different types of workouts, there's different types of plans that you could do, and your journey and whatnot. So now myself, I'm in this like ritual, man. It's like a routine where in the morning is the gym.
There you go. That's exactly what you said. A ritual or a routine. Yeah. And that is key.
And it's so now where it's like the things I need, right, to keep myself sane, happy, right?
Yeah.
Is like I got to go work out, right? Get my breakfast in, right? Take the kids to school, right? And do my kind of my own stuff, right? Either, you know, on off days you go for a walk, or you kind of do some meditation, some stretching, some trigger sessions, whatever it is, like keep it like it's like a routine, right? If you can't let anything else deter you from that, because that's sacred, right? So, you know, a lot of times where, especially for you, is like I ask trainers, do you train people or are you telling them like, because a lot of times where trainers can only do so much, right? So when it comes down to outside of the gym, right? I think they have to do at least more of the grunt work, right? You could only do so much. You could only tell them, hey,
definitely
do three sets of blah blah blah, right? But when it comes to a lifestyle, I feel like there's this trainer versus therapist, right? Where you have to be your own therapist as far as if you're trying to, you know, take the next step, right? And the trainer can only do so much, so you have to kind of meet them halfway and be your own therapist, because you have to really kind of, you know, dial in, get a game plan in, you know, and all of that. So talk to us about that trainer versus therapist mindset, and like as far as like you kind of holding their hand, or, you know, giving them, hey, you know what, I can only do so much. You know, there's a point where I have to let you go and just do your thing.
So I think the biggest difference between a trainer and a therapist is they kind of mix them in between, like say together, because it depends on what type of person you are. Right. Like if I'm a coach, and then I literally see the value in, if you can just get control of your health. Right. Your health is not on your mind every time that you're with your kids, if you're at work, right? If you're overweight, you're gonna be thinking about that. When you get out of the car, you're gonna be thinking about that, right? That you're overweight. How do I look? Is my shirt showing my gut? Whatever it is, like that's gonna come out. So like if you can see the value of just taking control of your health and the benefit that comes from it, and then just a different person than you are. So for me, I take that approach with my clients, or with people that I come in contact with, is like, just see it as, I don't want to sound cliche, but
sound cliche, man.
Yeah. So yeah, they interlock between each other, right? Like they interlock a coach and a therapist, and it all falls back to the person, or who the coach is as a person, right? You can let them fall. You can say, hey, I'm going to give you this meal plan, this workout plan, check in every Friday or Thursday, whatever day you have. And if you do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But when you really want someone else to win, right, that's on your team. Because yes, I'm a coach, but it's also my name on the line. It's my brand on the line, right? Like I want to get people results, and if I sign somebody up as a client, and I just want to be a trainer, meaning like, hey, I'm going to train you when only we talk, especially because it's online. It's different when it's online. But if it's in person, it's a different ballgame, right? Like you're a trainer because you're in person, and then you're a therapist like when they leave. But you're also a coach, because they're gonna hit you up when you're not working as a trainer, when you're not when they're not leaving the gym. Like something maybe happened and they gotta open up to you, like. So that's why I think that trainer and therapist kind of they mix in because of the person who you are, like how you carry yourself, right? You're not just cold stone, give me your payment, here's the meal plan, and that's it. If you're like that, then you're trash, because this is a human to human experience.
Right. That's a lot of times where I feel like, and I'm not saying obviously all the trainers, but if you're a trainer and you're just like, here, this is like a little sheet, and you use it for every client. That's that's not how it is, right? You can't. Every person is different, right? Yeah. There's like, you don't know what's going on as far as like their health, like as far as identity, right? I like to call identity, because somebody 35 that looks healthy might be having some sort of digestive problems, and they can't eat a certain food, versus somebody that's 18, fast metabolism, and they got issues with maybe a leg, and like they can't, like, you know what I mean? Like they got injured for like during soccer, and they can't do squats, deadlifts.
Yeah, all that
matters. Yeah, it's all that matters. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, being a trainer, I feel like, man, it's like, it's one of the most important things you could do for somebody, because you're pretty much, and I always say, man, trainers should, like, and I'm not gonna say how much you charge unless you want to say it, but like, I feel like
no, I do not want to say my prices online, but just hit me up on the DM. It's okay.
I feel like trainers should like, I feel like it's a big investment, right? It's like a huge investment, because it's your body.
It's a luxury. It's considered a luxury, right? Paying for a trainer is considered a luxury.
Exactly, right?
Because a lot of people don't want to invest in their health.
But how much are we paying for haircuts?
Exactly. Well, unfortunately, I learned how to cut my hair on my own, so now I just have the self-cut system. But it is $50 for a men's haircut, and that's just expensive as hell.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, so that's why it just kind of, when I'm at the gym, man, like I see that, and like I said, not every trainer is the same, but you use it like a cut sheet method, right? It's like, oh, okay, boom, boom, and that's it, right? Yeah. And then next thing you know, like, why am I not getting results, right? So
I feel like most clients, every trainer, you're gonna give them the basics, meaning there's a basic that you can give them. Right. It's kind of like the fundamentals, like right? It's gonna look the same to everyone, but you have to alter it to that client as you go.
Right.
And I think that's why when you jump on a program, any program, usually it's a 90-day program, because it takes about that time to really get a feel for the client of how their body is adapting or rejecting the information that you're trying to give it.
Yeah, and speaking of program, right now, and I mentioned it, I'm like probably fourth week of MAPS anabolic. So
how is it? How's that going?
So I'm enjoying that right now, man. So I 2 years ago I started doing hybrid training. So it's like more endurance and like kind of get your stamina up. So, but I feel like now strength training is kind of the way to go for me. So I'm doing that for the next 90 whatever days. But being in the middle of it, man, like I'm seeing like huge benefits from this, man. I feel much better. Like I feel like, and not that I'm getting so like swole, but like my strength and like as far as mobility has like increased since like oof, I feel like I'm like 20. So I just want to say, as far as like the program base, right, I'm in the thick of it, right, and I know like if I stop one day and it's like okay, it's like then I'm doing myself a disservice, right, to myself.
How were the first 2 weeks? Like when you first started the first 2 weeks, you didn't really know what was happening, right? So you're still kind of filling it out, right?
A lot of times, you know, as far as us men, right, we kind of get cocky a little bit, and you're like, oh man, I could do that, I could do more, you know. But
get the fuck on my way
up. But I told myself I'm gonna stay committed to what, you know, the blueprint says, right? So, you know, and the thing also is, before that I was working out 5 to 6 times a week. So I was, which is good. And I was doing splits, body splits. So
push pull legs type of stuff.
Yeah. So you know, biceps, back, triceps, chest, you know, and you know, single leg day, whatever. But I'm getting huge benefits from just my full body 3-day circuit, dude. 3 days, and I get the other day's recovery. I mean, I'm doing trigger sessions in between.
Okay.
You know, band work and stuff like that. So, or I'm walking on weekends. But like this program, just in general, has has elevated myself to like understanding my body more. Yeah. And like recovery is huge, right? It is, bro. Because on days off, I feel like okay, like your muscle fibers are like a little more kind of expanded. I feel a little more rounder. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're right, dude. The 90 days, I feel like it's like the sweet spot where like your body adapts and you say, okay, what works and what doesn't. Yes, exactly. So, but
Rome wasn't built in one night. Okay, so that's just like your body. Your body's gonna not do nothing maybe the first month, second month, third month. Your body's like bumping and grinding, and then that's when like you probably want to extend your time with whoever showed you that program, because you're like, holy shit, like this happened in 3 months, and 3 months fly like this, right? They fly, dude.
Yeah. So talk to us about like your kind of startup program when somebody kind of, let's say, I'm just gonna throw it out some numbers out there. So 30-year-old male. Yeah. What, 5'7", 5'8"? Okay. Or I mean, you could go up to 5'10", whatever. I mean, it depends, but. What from like 140 to 180? Like, is that kind of like kind of thin, skinny, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So men who are skinny, it could come in all like different shapes and forms, right? Because you got the tall, lengthy guy, right? Like just a skinny like twig, and then you got the short, just skinny guy. But it's just a very, very thin like body frame, right? And that's who I was. I played sports, and I was like the skinny guy who could like,
bro, and we were just talking about like in high school, like I used to like neglect myself I used to never eat, like, and then I used to never hydrate myself. Yes. So dude, coming up 17, 18, I was a twig. I was like 140, dude, I think, like,
as long as you were wearing the baggy clothes, that covered it, you didn't care. Like, you didn't care. You were just like, I'm wearing the jersey, and what? Like, this is a fresh jersey.
Yeah, and looking back, I was like, I fucking beat myself up for that, dude, because it really, to this day, like, you know, it affected me. You know what I mean? Like, I used to not eat, and I used to like never go to the cafeteria because like all the cool kids were like under the freaking building eating pizza. Yeah. And even then, I didn't stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't drink water, and that's the thing too, where it's like that's like really bad, man. Like, you know, like I wouldn't drink water maybe like until I got home. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You're drinking like Gatorades and Powerade.
Fucking pink lemonade.
Yeah, like the sugar stuff, right?
Yeah.
Just to get you through the school day.
So just like, man, like the habits that we grew up with are horrible, man. Like
I think water, it's so important, right? But it's a commodity that water is everywhere, so you don't really like value it how you're supposed to. Kind of like time. We have so much time supposedly because we view time in years, right? Like I'm 35, so if I barely was 35, if I get another 35, so that's 70 years. So I'm halfway through my life right now. So basically, I have another 35 years. So I feel like water is kind of viewed.
That's a good point, man. Like if you had a well in your house, right?
Yeah.
And then third world countries do, right?
Yeah, dude.
They value it and they know and they kind of they plan like months ahead, right?
Yeah.
But let's say we all have a well in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there's only enough water, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would concentrate and you would do your like, you will break it down and like, okay, this is so much water I'm gonna drink.
Yeah.
And you're gonna calculate until it runs out, right? So same thing with time, and that's interesting that you say that, man, because I always thought time was something interesting, where we kind of take it for granted, right?
Yeah.
Time, right? Because time, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh,
Yes.
I'll do it next week. But
Yes.
if you value time, like just put the 24 hours in a day, and we don't have 24 hours in a day.
Mm-mm.
If you take a step back, man, we don't have 24 hours in a day. We literally probably have 12 hours to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Because in a world, especially at our age, sleep is man, we have
Sleep
to get
is
that
100% important. Like
Yeah.
that's like on top of the priorities.
Yeah, water, sleep,
Yeah.
and getting the right food into your body, man. That's like
If you can master those
pillars.
basics, getting good sleep, putting the right amount of water or even overflowing it, and just your food dialed in, you would be a different person.
Yeah, the rest takes care of itself.
The
Like,
rest
I
is
feel.
the rest is the cherry on top. But if you could
Right.
just master those basics, you'll be a way better human in general. You know?
Right. So like, going back to time, like if you value time and you I mean, I write in my note right here. It's in my precious little man diary,
The black book.
the black book.
Yes.
Shout out to ASRV. But I write all my details in there, man.
Yeah.
Like as far as like what did I work out? What did I work out?
Yes.
Did I get a like injury? Like the other day I got like a fucking neck strain, so I write it down so I know exactly my recovery time, what happened, what did I do wrong.
What exercise did it?
Like my gut. Like the other day I was like fucking like, damn, what am I eating? Like and then I realized that that freaking processed Costco freaking tilapia effed up my stomach.
Oh,
right?
did it?
So
Yeah.
like things like that, you look back and like, okay, this, all right, don't eat that, don't eat this. Back then, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box, whatever. I didn't care. But now
100.
I'm more like mindful of what I'm putting into my body and how it affects my body. So that's a lot of things that I feel like when you start your journey, I feel like, especially like our 30s and mid 40s.
Yeah.
You kind of concentrate on that stuff. You start like damn, why does this hurt?
Yeah.
And you start like, okay, that's why it hurts, right?
Yeah. I think if you guys can kind of view it in this way, I try to use this analogy is, if you had a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, right? I just did a video on this. If you were driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, you would not put cheap fuel in that Lamborghini or that Ferrari, right? You would put the best gas.
Shit, I don't know nowadays.
Well, yeah. I don't know what they're making in the gasoline.
Nah,
now,
but yeah.
But you would put 91 premium, right? Like you
Right.
would put like the best of the best, fill up that tank and not let it run low because it'll fuck up your engine, right? So you need to view your body as the Lamborghini or the Ferrari, and the food is your fuel, right? So you should only put premium fuel in your Lamborghini or in your Ferrari.
That's a good point.
If you can at least follow that guideline, you'll be winning a lot more than other people. But
Yeah, once in a while you might go to Vegas and you gotta hit a spot. So you might get a freaking in and out on the side. But
See, and that's why you want to take care of your health, because if you take care of your health and you're doing what you're supposed to do, if you don't do it every day, at least 5 days a week, if you are able to do that, then when you go to In and Out, when you go eat with the family, when it's off your meal plan, you don't feel guilty, right? Like you enjoy it. It's a reward. You're like, I'm rewarding myself because I'm fucking killing it and I'm crushing it.
How many times, like, let's say, like, you eat something, you feel guilty, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like when that happens, I feel like I don't feel good about myself, and that's for a reason. You're not in a good spot. You're not in a good place, right? So you got to put yourself in a good place, because at the end of the day, man, dude, like it's funny because now I'm realizing more as I'm getting older, but like, man, you want to feel good, you want to feel happy, dude. Like, just invest in yourself, man. Physically, emotionally, mentally, dude. It's like
Yeah.
it goes a long way. Like, it goes a long way, dude.
Yeah, you're a source of energy. So uh how you protect your energy, how you create your energy, how
Right,
you maintain your energy through the day. That's what's gonna bring you your lifestyle, right? That's what you're gonna attract. Like that type of energy gonna bring that type of lifestyle. So if you're eating like shit, you're doing shit, you're looking like shit, like that's what you're gonna attract. You
right.
know, so you gotta like shift the mindset.
Yeah. So speaking of shifting the mindset, so what's your program looking at nowadays, man? Like, what are you training on? Are you doing splits, or are you doing full body?
So right now I am doing splits. I don't know why it's been working for me, man. Like before I was doing one body part per day or whatever, and then I switched it up to actual splits. So it's push pull legs, and then I rest on
Yeah,
Sundays.
the push pull. I feel like it's like now like engraved to, like, now it's like popular. Like
Yeah, it's crazy because it's a good baseline because you hit every muscle group twice in that week. So
how many
like
times a week are you working out?
6 days a week, bro.
Oh, so you're doing six,
6 days a week, and then Sunday is active rest day, meaning I have to at least do something active. I
like a
can't just
walk or
yeah a walk,
band
go hit
work.
the treadmill, do something, run the
Yeah.
track, something that's active.
Now, do you work out in the morning or you work out at night?
Hell yeah, in the morning, dude.
Morning. You're a morning guy.
This is a key hack for everybody. Clients, non-clients, anybody that just wants to get ahead in life. Get a morning routine, right? And it could be your morning routine could be anything, but you have to stick to it every single morning, even on your worst days, even when you're fucking tired. Do not miss and include some type of physical activity in that routine. You don't have to go to the gym, but if you can just do
Just a simple walk.
some jumping jacks in your living room, stretching, something that's something physical to get your blood
Yeah.
flow. Like when you're done with that, and you challenge the body for 30 minutes or whatever, you can take on the whole world when you walk out your door. Like the best feeling is getting your workout in early morning before everyone wakes up. By the time I'm done working out, usually people are just getting to work or waking up to go to work, right? And
Right.
I already killed my fucking workout. I journaled, I meditated.
Yeah,
Like I'm in flow.
that's the best feeling, right? When, like, I feel. I mean, some people work and they can, and that's
No, you
understandable.
can't. No, that's a misconception. You can because I used to work 9 to 5 in an aerospace company, working 10 hours a day, and I would wake my ass up. I had to be at work at 6:30 in the morning, so I would wake my ass up at 3:30 in the morning.
3:30.
Get to the gym by 4, work out till maybe 5:50, change, and then go to work and be at work at 6:30.
Right. There's a lot of people that for, I'm not saying excuses, but they work the overnight shift, right? And they
Yeah.
and they work like 10 to like freaking what, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. So I mean, if you're not those people, then like the morning, like there's no excuse not to do it in the morning, because that's the best time to do it, right? That
Best.
you get everything out the way and you can concentrate on the task that you gotta take on, right? So
The best time, bro, because the world kind of runs when the sun goes up. The sun is our
Yeah.
our clock for the whole world,
Right.
for the universe. When the sun goes up, shit's popping, people are moving, people are working. When the sun goes down, everyone kind of knows that, hey, I'm getting tired, I need to go home, I need to relax, right? Like that's our clock.
Yeah.
So if you can wake up before the sun comes up and you already maybe did 2 or 3 tasks, you're already winning. They call
Right.
that stacking W's. Like the small wins that you have, waking up in the morning, making your kids lunch, getting your wife her coffee, going to work out. Those little wins that you get every single day, like they're just a game changer, man.
yeah,
A game changer.
we call that stacking dubs right there. Here we
Stacking
go.
W's, baby. Anyway,
Yeah.
and that's not from me. That's from the homie Wes Watson. Shout out to you, homie.
Yeah, man. So okay. So keeping on your program, or so you're doing six times a week,
Yeah.
and you're doing push pull.
Push pull legs. Favorite day is legs. You know.
So let's talk about the legs a little bit here, because that's one of my weakest points, and something that adamant and concentrated in this program that I'm in right now. So as far as when you're doing, let's say, because me, I do legs every time I work out, but I'm doing 3 times a week, right? So you're doing 6. Now, are you hitting legs every day?
Every third day.
Every third day?
Pull legs. So say Monday is push, Tuesday is pull, Wednesday is legs. So my next leg day would be Saturday because it's push, pull, legs. So it's Wednesday and then Saturday. So there's 2 days of recovery time in between every muscle group.
Then do you take a rest day and after the third day, or you go straight?
Yeah, no, I go straight. I'm sorry.
So you do 6, and then they say Sunday is
my rest day.
Okay.
If something comes up where like I wasn't able to go to the gym because of like family or an event or something, then of course I'm gonna take the time off.
Yeah, nothing's perfect. Always things come up. So
but for sure I stay to my schedule, right? Like
okay.
push pull legs.
I might explore once I'm done with this, but I think once I'm done with MAPS anabolic, I kind of want to see where my body is. Because I know, winter time is coming, and you already know those tamales will be cooking up, man. You already know.
Tamales, the pozole, everything good, man.
So, my target right now is 165, 170. But it's so hard to rack up my calories for the 3,000 to 3,500.
Right?
That's
you're tracking.
Yeah, so it's just it's a tough thing, man. So I wanted to ask you, how do you manage? What's your target calorie?
My target is 2,400 right now.
24. Okay, that's not that bad. That's easily maintainable.
Yeah, 2,400 right now.
Yeah, so I mean,
do I go over? Yeah, I go over.
Right.
I might go over 100, 150 calories or whatever. But I'm to a point where I kind of already know my body. I kind of been doing this for a while. Right, I'm not competing, but I'm not slacking off neither.
Right.
So I think that if people can just get either track your macros or count your calories, if you can get that down, you won't have to do it forever. But you need to do it just so you can know the basic of what it takes for your body to gain the weight or maintain the weight or lose the weight. Right. If you can just do that for a little bit and know how it is, later on you can kind of eyeball your meals now because you've been doing it for so long.
No, right. Yeah. So that's kind of like some of the things that, that when I go through things, right, it's like I'm thinking about stuff like that and how can I...
What do you end up at the end of the night? Like when you're tracking your stuff, if you said you got to hit 3,000, what are you falling short of? How many?
So a lot of the times where like I'm going through it, like I'm at 25 or sometimes like it's like one of those days where it's like, damn, I just got to grab something, So... It's like salads are like my protein shakes are like my
go-to.
Like when it's like rush, right? But maintaining though, right? Because I know it's like at the end of the week, okay, if I hit that, then I'm good, right? So if I say today, damn, like all right, I might have to just tomorrow, gradually increase it. You know what I mean? So and I'll sneak in some like ground beef, or I'll see what the wife is cooking up. Maybe she got some. Enchiladas rolled up, so I mean, okay, that day, all right, let's go up, and take it down a little bit. But it's like a game to me, to be honest. It's a game, especially
it's one big game.
It's MyFitnessPal is the app I use. So
I think everyone does.
So like it's like a game for me. It's like okay, it's like Tetris, like you got to know where to plug in and out, you know what I mean? So. But I'm not gonna lie to you, it's tedious. It's for me because I got so many things going on. So it's like for me to like even open the app and just like
punch it in,
think about what the heck, because for me I don't have a scale, and I feel like, you know what I mean. Like I think you need a scale when it comes to want to be on track.
If you don't have a scale, you're just winging it.
Yeah,
you need to get a scale for sure. Bro.
Yeah, so I think that's one of my big investments coming up, but.
$20.
But you got one in mind or what?
Walmart, Target,
Amazon, bro? Or what?
That too. Walmart, Target.
Amazon Prime Day is I think today, man. So as we're wrapping up here a little bit, I'm gonna ask you, Sergio, what motivates you, man, nowadays? We're kind of transitioning back into this new era post the C word. I don't like to say it, but what motivates Sergio nowadays, man?
Yeah. So what motivates me is for sure my son, right? Like he looks up to me. He's gonna basically follow his dad. So my son for sure. Everything I'm doing is for him. Second, what motivates me is just when I came from an employee mindset, right? Like I was working for a company,
Right.
and then I took a chance on myself to become a personal trainer, do the in-person training. Now I'm an online coach. Now I see the potential. Now I see the lives that I'm changing. So like, what motivates me is to keep continuing to progress and to like chase what I'm going after, like how I vision my lifestyle to be.
Right.
And just waking up every single day, and pushing forward towards that goal every single day. You know, like before I didn't really have a guidance, you know, when I was doing the in-person training. Before I went online, I hired an actual mentor and a coach to help me run a online coaching business to help clients. I didn't do it on myself. So shout out to the 10K Academy, one of the best academies to be in if you want to be an online trainer. They have a bunch of people changing lives and making money. This is not a promo for them, but they have changed my life.
Shout out to the 10K Academy.
10K Academy, Brian, Mark, and Cole Da Silva. One of the best things I ever did was invest in myself. Took a chance to hire a mentor. They had the results that I was looking for, right? I invested in myself, took a chance on myself, and now it's just like I see a whole different world now. You know,
Right.
like now there's new opportunity every single day to be a better version of yourself, change lives, think bigger. You know, like if you would have told me this a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have said you're crazy. You know, I was just thinking as an employee, like I can't wait till it's Friday. You know, I can't wait to go clubbing with the homies. I can't wait to go to drink at the bar, go chase women, go play ball, go work out. Like I didn't have a guidance, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good, man. Because you have to have some sort of foundation, right?
Yeah.
To, you know, if you got something, when we all go through things, right? But you got to have a foundation. For a lot of people, it's family. For a lot of people, it's their own kids. You know, but you know, we're just talking about how we have to have something sacred, like a ritual, right? And you know, currently for us, I mean, it's you would say it's a gym, right? It's like your safe haven, right? It's like
the gym has saved me so much from just life in general, right? Like if you're going through a breakup, the best thing you could do is go to the gym.
Oh man, I always be over there, hey, man. What's up, man? You good? I'm like, I just broke up with my girl, man. How many guys are in the gym? That's their number one motivation.
Talk about it, Rodrigo.
But yeah, man, we all have a motivation, man.
Yeah, bro.
And, so I was going to wrap up, man. I gotta tell you what's on your playlist right now. What's the last song you played right now?
Fuck, it's probably some R&B, I think.
Oh, that's the tune you'll be listening to.
Well, I think because when I was coming over here, I put some R&B just because it was like a gloomy day, right? But usually I have it's called the hit playlist, meaning it's a variety of everything.
Oh,
like,
so you named your playlist too?
Hell yeah! I have hit playlist, R&B, vibe, West Coast playlist. Like I have it old school, funk. I have it separated. So depending on who I'm hanging out with, I put the jams.
What about your uncle Ramon Ayala?
A lot of people think that he is, but he's not my uncle. Yeah, just because of the name. But Ayala, the last name is a very big name, a sacred name, and I'm super proud to be an Ayala.
Shit, I'm about to look up. See my last playlist. My last song here I played.
Yeah, I would have showed you, but I'm doing the live on the phone. But
putting you on the spot.
It's either.
Right, so I got right
what
here
you got?
my last one that I played because I literally left the gym and I came to the podcast. So Chop Suey, System of a Down.
System of a Down, no way.
And then
I used to like rock when I was younger. When I was in high school.
You know, when you're in the middle of a program like Maps.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
that's what they say too, the guys, right? They like when they say like when they talk about them walking to the gym, they're like, "Oh, we're over here playing like death metal and all this stuff."
And what's next is Bad Bunny, 2016.
Dang,
that's another one.
You went from the extreme to the extreme. You know, you went from English to Spanish. All right, hell yeah, man.
You got a little flavor, man. You gotta get a little flavor in there.
Yeah, that's what's.
But yeah, dude, that's man. Anybody that kind of has issues or kind of like wants to gain weight or just kind of get in the right mindset, right?
Yeah.
Body, mind, soul. You know, here's Sergio Ayala, man. He'll give you the tips, the 111.
Yeah. So if
All the
anyone,
information.
yeah, if anybody that wants to get into shape, be a better version of themselves, change their mindset, build muscle, follow me on Instagram, Sergio Ayala _fit, right? Or send me a DM, anything. Second, damn, I lost what I was gonna say.
Second is make sure you call them at 1-800.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was gonna give like a muscle build. Oh, second, get a nutrition plan. Be in a calorie surplus, maybe 100 to 200 above maintenance, right? If you can just track that, maintain that, get a strength training program, master the basic bullshit: squats, deadlift, bench press, shoulder press, just the basic stuff. If you can master those, everyone wants to do this fucking Instagram.
Good thing you added those. I forgot to mention those. Those are like the 4 pillars.
Yeah, those are the compound lifts. If you can master the compound lifts, your body's gonna fucking blow up. Okay?
There it is, guys. There it is.
Yeah.
There's no secret to the formula.
No secret. It's always been out there, but a lot of people are just lazy as fuck and don't want to hold themselves accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
There it is.
Thank you, Rodrigo. Thank you, man. I appreciate
No
for you
worries,
having
man.
me. Thank you, brother.
Hey, we're gonna chop it up once again, man. We're gonna dial in a little more on.
We're gonna do a series on this or no?
Oh man, we'll do a series, man. We'll do whatever. So
All right, guys. Comment if you guys want a series in the live.
all right, let us know. All right, that'll do it for us here at Studio 39.
Peace.
Make sure you guys check it out here on Ontario. We out.
We out. Peace.
Would you like to be on the podcast? Got something to talk about? Make sure to head over to the website at hardwoodrod.com. Leave your name and the topic you'd like to discuss, and I'll add you to the calendar. If you guys enjoyed that episode, make sure you check out the other episodes and make sure to subscribe, like, and share. This is Hardwood Rod. Peace.